Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for this vlog is I'm gonna make a new video for today, which is also exclusive for audios, right? So if you are really an audiophile and also a music lover, so see, yeah, this is for you, alright? So I'm gonna have to break down all of this, alright? So since from the start I am a music lover, so I used to listen to music every day, right? So I have to listen to music from in my MP3, right? So I don't have an MP3 when I am still in Philippines, right? So yes, what I bring is my smartphone. So the smartphone that I use for MP3 is also my everyday carry with my everyday carry smartphone that I have when I am still in the Philippines is my Samsung Galaxy A12. So yes, it's because also a really good quality of music, but unfortunately I am not a big fan of Spotify, right? So I am not a big fan of Spotify, so I installed an application which is called an AIM. So I'm gonna have to put that in the video, right? So that is the AIM. So I decided to put an AIM on it and also put some songs, since I got some songs, music library in my laptop, in my old laptop, right? So and also I am using this AIM is because this is a really good player for PC and laptop, yeah, and it's a really good, and also you can also create a playlist on it. So and it's also in my any Oasis I put also a app on it, so I installed, okay. So but right, I also put right down here, so I'm gonna have to show you that. So okay, I'm gonna have to show you the application so that you will know, right? So yes, right over here, as you can see, there's an AIM on it, so that the yellow one, so that is the yellow one, so an AIM. So and it's also I'm also listening streaming radio, right? So see, okay, when I got here, so I just, so and then also after that, I just arrived my just got my iPad class. Before my iPad Classic, I have my iPad Touch, right? So I have my iPad Touch, so using also for an MP3, right? So multi-use and multi-purpose is because you can what is this called, you can also Facebook, right? Okay, you can also do Facebook in here, you can also do YouTube, but unfortunately this is an old iPad Touch, so this is the second generation, right? This is the second generation, and also it's still good, it's still on working, right? And also I do make a video for this one, so I make a video for this one, so that the previous video that I have uploaded, that I put it into my docking charger station, and also a speaker, right, for an iPad. So yes, it is also a perfect one also for me to have. So categorized all the genres of the music. So all music right here is on love songs, classic love songs, right? And also, yeah, and classic love songs and modern love songs from the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, right? So yes, that's what I have put in here. So yes, because sometimes being sentimental, right? So okay, and it's also the next one is also gonna be my iPad Classic, right? So got this iPad Classic for my sister. So yeah, I really do wanted the iPad Classic is because it is really good and also a really nice MP3 player, right? So since I really love Samsung, right? But Samsung doesn't have an MP3 player. Only Apple has the capability to make an MP3 player, right? So this is the iPad Classic, right? So yeah, I'm just hoping also that Samsung can make also can make an MP3 player, right? So since like this one, so I just put a glass glass case. Yeah, so there's a glass case on it. So yeah, here we go, and still good on working, and yeah, yeah, nice. And it's also a perfect MP3 player. Yeah, I can also do some Bluetooth on here. So I'm just gonna have to click. I just have to connect my AirFly, and then here you go. Yeah, you can listening music Bluetooth by this one. So you don't need to modify, right? So you don't need to modify. You don't need to modify your iPod Classic. Yeah, just so resourceful, right? So if you really if you really want to make if you really want to make your iPod Classic a Bluetooth, right? Then yeah, I saw some videos, right, modifying their iPod Classic, right? So they just put in bigger memory, they just put some they make into a USB-C, right? And then they put some Bluetooth on there. So yeah, so yeah, but this one is not being modified, right? So original default chip inside of the iPod Classic. So right, okay, so into the main right, so into the main video for today. So I'm gonna have to go to this, okay, I'm gonna have to go to my latest sorry to my latest MP3 player. So my go-to MP player. So yes, and there we go. So I got my any Oasis G3 MP3 player, right? So yes, I really love it, and also it's really good. It's also a nice MP3 player, right? So they also another MP3 player that is being copied another MP3 player that copied the iPod Classic, right? So yes, I forgot what is that one. So yeah, it's also this one right here is because it is running on Android, I think. So running on Android is also I can install some applications, right? So from the browser. So yeah, and there's also a really good one. It's also I really like it. So right here is also gonna be my, you know, there's a bunch of you know, right here. So yes, I'm gonna have to show you that into this next into the next angle of the video. All right, so here you go. So we've got right here is my MP3 player. So we've got everything in here. So they have a default player also, which is also the music, and also you can use Spotify, and I can connect it to internet, right? So they got some Spotify Kids and Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, Deezer. We got some Tidal, Audible, Audiobooks, Libby. So they got some audiobooks, right? So most of it right here start with the Audible, with the audiobooks, Libby, LibriVox. We've got some Kindle, right? And also we got the browser Chrome over here. And we've got some videos. You can play videos, and also gallery. You can watch gallery, right? You can watch some pictures from the gallery that you have, that you transfer here from your laptop, right? They got some FM radio, and also a recorder, ebook, clock, and also a calculator, a file transfer, a file manager, and also the settings. And right here is also I installed the AIM, right? So that is the main MP3 player that I have right now in my Oasis. So up to down. So I just installed the up to down app. So since the simple radio is come from the up to down app, so I have to install the up to down app, right? So yes, trusted sources that you can be installed, right? From an APK, right? So right over here is also I have also all my you know, music right over here. So I'm gonna click that. Okay, gonna go back. Okay, gonna click that 3-line right over there. So all of the categories or the genres of the music that you have right here is being categorized, right? So we've got some alternative rock, We got some calypso, reggae, and dancehall. 80s and 90s Lavapalooza. We got some boy band, right? Like Westlife, A1, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, O-Town, right? So right there. So we've got some classic rock right over here from the early 90s, right? From the early 90s and 80s classic rock. And it's also I organize also the country rock, right? We've got some country rock in there, and also I got some EDM. Also the Gold Rush Riot, which is also mixed with 2000s music, right? Early 2000 music. And also got some, I put some something another one from the 90s. We got some new wave, right? So I also really love listen to new wave. And also got some pop punk rock, okay, punk rock or pop punk, right? So that's what they mean all about. So we've got some pop rock music such as Kelly Clarkson. I forgot some pop rock artists, right? So yeah. And also got some R&B riot. So R&B comes from the early 2000s, right? So that's what is mean. I make it an R&B riot. And also we got some rap and hip hop, right? So yes, like Eminem, D12, Black Eyed Peas, Missy Elliott, like that. So, and it's also I got some reggae right over here with all the reggae, island reggae, Jamaican reggae. So anything reggae that's gonna be put in right there. So I also got reggaeton. So we got some Daddy Yankee, Bad Bunny, Ozuna, this one, Pedro Capo. Yeah, I forgot. So yeah, and it's also we got some ska. Okay, we got some ska music right over here. So we got some most of ska and also Vispap. So Vispap is our own dialect language in Cebu, Philippines, which is Bisaya. So Bisaya pop, right? So okay, gonna go back here. We're gonna have to do alternative rock. So we got right here is also all of my music from the alternative rock. We got some Matchbox 20, Maroon 5, Creed. What is this called? I forgot. Some Japanese rock, alternative rock, right? So Mr. Greenapple, I got some One Ok rock, Muse, and anything that I can see that over here. So and it's also we get also in the calypso reggae dancehall is bunch of music from dancehall from Caribbean music, right? So like Sean Paul, right? Sean Paul, Sean Kingston, just anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, and also we got right here some 80s and 90s Lavapalooza. We got some Robbie Williams, Debbie Gibson, and also Rick Astley. Anything that is all version. Phil Collins, right? And it's also what is this one over here? Michael Jackson, right? So yes, that's why I gonna categorize into that something like that. So and it's also gonna get over here into the boy group as well, boy band. So we've got some NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 2B3, O-Town, 98 Degrees, right? So, and it's also, 911. We've got some A1 right here. We got some, what is this one? Backstreet Boys. And then also got right over here I got also some Big Time Rush, okay? Boyzone, Westlife, like that, Boys to Men, C21, Emblem 3, 5. So all of, I think, Mindless Behavior. So all of the boy group or boy band, right? So I'm just gonna have to call it a boy group is because they are all boy, right? So they don't have any instrument. So that's why I call it boy group. So gonna go to the classic rock also right over here. Is go the classic rock of the early 90s and 90s. We've got some of the Outfield, Bon Jovi, Firehouse, Skid Row, Journey, Heart, Harem Scarim, like that, Guns N' Roses, like that. So yeah, Chicago, Bryan Adams, like Bon Jovi. Yeah, so classic rock from the early 90s, right? So and it's also this country rock also is gonna be put right here. Here's the country rock. We got some Dallas Smith, right? So Canadian country rock artist. So Dallas Smith, and he came from the band Default also, right? So yeah, it's also he's now on solo, right? So and it's also right over here is also got some Darius Rucker, got some Lone Star, and then also Van Perry. So and it's also yeah, that's it for the country rock. So that's no, so, and also gonna be putting some, country rock, just like Keith Urban, Blake Shelton, right? So but I think, yeah, Keith Shelton and also Luke Bryan, right? So, and it's also gonna have to do EDM. So we got some Daft Punk, Clean Bandit, Foxes, Cascada, right? So all here is this one, David Guetta, Zed, all of the music from EDM, right? And also got some this one. Okay, go back to that one. So we got the Gold Rush Riot. So early 2000 music. So we've got some Christina Milian, Chingy, Charisse, Cassie, like that. So all of this, Sophie Ellis Bextor. So and this, yeah, this is what is very good. So go on to the, I forgot, Gold Rush Riot. Yeah, I think this is the Gold Rush Riot, right? So I forgot. So yeah, okay, that was a Gold Rush Riot. So we're gonna go get over to the new wave. So maybe got a new wave, a Flock of Seagulls, and also Morrissey, the Smiths, anything. So Madness, Rally Pulipi, orchestral maneuvers in rock, or OMD, right? Siona Dancing, Spandau Ballet, yeah, there you go. And then okay, so and then we've got some pop punk and pop rock. Okay, we got some the Rasmus, FM Static. So and it's also got some bunch of, what is this called, forgot this one. So Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil. I forgot everything. So right over here is the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. We've got some Saucin, My Chemical Romance, anything in here for the pop punk and pop punk rock, right? So and also we got some reggaeton right over here. We got Shakira, Daddy Yankee, Ozuna, Bad Bunny, right? So all over here is Mike Towers, Black Eyed Peas. So yeah, CNCO or Cinco, right? And there's also, we got some pop rock right over here. You got some, yeah, all of the pop rock artists. We got some Against the Current, Savage Garden, Kelly Clarkson, Angie Miller, Ashley Simpson. That one's, yeah, that one is also, yeah. Okay, so and it's also got onto the R&B riot, is all of the music from the early 2000s, right? Again, Missy Elliott, Mandy Moore, anything, Miley Cyrus, right? So mostly I think mostly artists nowadays is not transcending to R&B, right? So you're gonna call it R&B pop, right? So rap, hip hop, we got some Wiz Khalifa, Willow Smith, Black Eyed Peas, Teriyaki Boys, and then also, yeah, like over here, Eminem, right? So we got over to the reggae. So reggae music, we got Bob Marley, Christopher, Ocean, Island Reggae, right? So and it's also lot of music right over here is inside of this, so and then we got some ska right over here. So almost ska, we got Less Than Jake, Mest, me Putri Ska. So we got some Back 09, yeah, Goldfinger, yeah, and it's also we got some Save Paris. So yeah, the way she was, and also yes, and also the last one is gonna be the Vispap sa Bisaya pop, yeah, mostly songs from our country, Cebu, Philippines, our dialect. So one good thing about this also is I really like this a lot, is because since this is the one that I'm using it up. So when I'm playing it, I am using my headphones or right? Okay, gonna get over to the another angle of the video. All right. So alright, so yes, one thing I use for my any Oasis GTM player. So the using that I want is also my Soundplay headphones, and also this was something over here is my Skull Candy Dime. Okay, this is my official earbuds for my any Oasis G3 MP3 player, right? Because I really like it. It's because it is so small and also minimalistic, right? So you're gonna have to open this one right over here. Just have to open this one, and then there you go, and then here you go. Yeah, there's a hole in here. So, and also right is the earbuds right over here, and which is a really good one. And I really like it. It's because minimalistic and so small, right? And got some put some, you know, carabiner in here. You got a night eyes is binder. So this is the number 3, not the small one, right? So yeah, I also have the small one of this one. So I have the small one. This is a good earbuds from Skull Candy, and which also a good quality for the music, right? And also I really like it is because it is so compact and portable and so small, right? Cute, that one is Skull Candy. And also yeah, they got some Skull Candy got upgraded, right? So yes, one thing I also bring is this one, right? You know, I really like it. So, and sometimes I use this my headphones when I am using this one. So just like that one, I'm gonna have to put that in here, and then yeah, I want to use that one, gonna have to put that into my neck, which really, of course, a really good one, right? So since I can use this, I can also use this into my previous MP3 player, such as my iPod Touch 2nd generation, and which also I can use it. I can connect it into my iPod Classic. If I am using the AirFly SE, right? So this is a good one. Also good. I'm gonna be doing a video for the AirFly. I'm gonna be doing a video also for the AirFly SE, right? So yes, I think that's it for today's video, right? So yeah, okay, so yeah, thank you so much for watching, and also I hope you enjoy. And also please don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so that you will notify all of my upcoming future videos, right? So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy, and see you again on the next one.